Hello everyone, welcome back once again to this online class. As we were discussing about minerals and energy resources, we have two chapters we have discussed. Study well, revise well. Any of the doubts you have, please do ask. In this video, we shall discuss about a new chapter, that is manufacturing industries in India. There are two chapters. In the first chapter, we shall discuss about the agro-based industries, the industries which are related to the agriculture. And in the second chapter, we shall discuss about mineral-based industries. That means the industries which are related to the minerals like iron ore or iron and steel. So in this chapter, before discussing about the agro-based industries and the mineral-based industries, let us discuss what are the characteristics, what are the factors required for setting of industries. So first of all, why there was need for rapid industrialization, why India was need for rapid industrialization. As India got separated in 1947, it got independent nation. So what was the reason behind this? To have competition with the other international trade or other international countries. So there are some points to remember. So now let us discuss about it. Need for rapid industrialization in India. The first point is, as we know that India is the second largest populated country in the world. With the increase of population, the demand for more and more populations are dependent on agriculture, right? So 70% of population is dependent on agriculture. So setting up industries will also help them to grow, and that will promote and support agriculture, like the cultivation of sugarcane, like jute or cotton industries. So there is a need for setting up industries due to the increased population, which would promote and support agriculture, because most of the people in India are dependent on agriculture. The second point is that there was a big problem of unemployment. Thinking that the industries would set up and people will be provided employment, jobs will be provided. So there was another point, there is another point of second, that is that the people would get job if the industries are set up. Third point is that with the advanced technology, as you know, the world is changing very fast, right? If India would not compete with other nations, it will be behind of all the nations, right? So to compete with international trade and to have its own industries, industrialization was a need, right? The next one is, the fourth point is that to reduce dependence on foreign countries. As India is a large country, seventh largest country in the world, so should not depend on other countries, otherwise how economically it will be having development and welfare of India. So thinking that if industries are set up, India would reduce to depend on foreign nations. Then next point, that is to make defense departments, some security purposes, some different departments like ammunitions or arms are manufactured. So in this way, India wanted or needed to have rapid industrialization. Then we have in the last point, that is to have the balanced trade in the world. That means export should be more than import. Thinking that if more export of the goods will be there, India would earn more capital and that will help the economic growth of India. So, exporting more and importing less products from the foreign nations. So, these were many points which was kept in mind for rapid industrialization. Now, let us see what are the factors required to set up industries. The setting of an industry, we need to find location. So, what are the factors that is required? There are two factors. The first one is geographical factors and the second one is non-geographical factors. Geographical factors in the sense, if a person or if a government is trying to set up industries in a place, it would see the availability of the raw materials which industries the government is trying to set up in that place. So first of all, the raw material should be available in the closed places and the labors should be easily available, as well as the power supply should be there, as well as the transport facilities should be good, market should be nearby, and the demand for the products that is manufactured in the industries should be supplied rapidly, and the climate also should be good. So these are known as geographical factors. That means suppose a government is trying to open sugar industries. So it would open nearby the place where sugar is available. If it is set up 500 away from the place where sugar is available, it is a loss for the government, right? So thinking any industry that is to set up, the raw material should be available, the power supply should be there, labor should be available, as well as there are other factors like transport, market, climate, all these things should be there to set up industries. After thinking of these industries or after selecting the location of place that every facilities are there, now the non-geographical factors, that means the government has to invest money, has to spend a lot of money to set up industries. So after the geographical factors, the non-geographical factors play important role. The government has to invest capital, the bank, credits, facilities, and the efficient organizations who would take care of the industries will be preferable to set up industries in that area. So remember that there are two factors. First of all, geographical factors, and the second is non-geographical factors. Now let us see in detail what are geographical factors. So I have already told in brief, read all these things. Mainly raw materials should be available. Suppose one example, as I was telling, sugar industries. So sugar industries will be set up in the place where sugarcane is available plenty of, right? Then power supply should be there, cheap power supply should be there daily, 24 hours, or should be having the power supply. Water supply should be there. It should be having abundance of water to supply for the industries. Then transport facilities. After manufacturing the products in the industries, the product has to be sent to the market. So there should be good transport system or good network of transport facilities should be there. After that, the market and demand. After manufacturing, it should be reached to the market, distributors should be there and more demand, people should purchase it. So looking at these factors, the industries are set up. Then labor, easy labor or skilled labor or unskilled labor should be available in cheap price. So with the less wage, the labor should be also available. And the climatic conditions should be favorable for the crops that is grown there. It should not be the place where climate is not suitable for the particular crop and their industries are set up. So it depends upon which type of the crop is able to grow and the abundance of raw materials able to get in that area. The climate should be good so that everything will be good in favor of making industries. Then we have non-geographical factors. As I discussed that non-geographical factors means capital, investment of money government has to support, or in the industries like in the cities many banks are there which would give loan. If any individual wants to set up industries, more facilities of bank, they attract people to have more loans, and in that way what happens, industries can be set up, farming or poultry farming, or any individual wants to start, or those private sectors and government sectors or public sectors are different amount of capital is required. That depends upon the large scale industries or small scale industries, right? So these are the few factors that is necessary for setting off an industry. Now let's say classification of industries. How industries are classified on the basis of raw materials. So consumption of raw materials, there are heavy industries and light industries. Heavy industries mean that in the large area the industries are set up. All the facilities like all the equipments, skilled labor, unskilled labor, and the raw material is available in a large quantity. So clear, and food and finished products are also heavy, like iron and steel industries are example of heavy industries, or locomotive industries where engines are being manufactured, or where automobiles, the vehicles, car are being manufactured. All these things are part of heavy industries. Then we have light industries. Light industries means, well, electrical devices are being produced or manufactured, like electric goods, TV sets, or sewing machines. So these are the places where categorized as the light industries. On the basis of source of raw materials, so on the basis of consumption of raw materials, two are there is heavy industries and light industries. Second one is on the basis of source of raw materials. You can see here, if the industries is related to agriculture, like sugarcane, textile, they will be called as agro-based industries. Agro means agriculture, which is termed as agro-based industries. It's like sugar, jute, cotton, vegetable oil, food processing factories. All these things are coming under agro-based industries. Now, mineral-based industries, the industries which get raw material from mineral, like iron and steel industries, cement industries, aluminum industries, or the shipbuilding industries are example of mineral-based industries. Then we have animal-based industries. Animal-based industries means the raw material that is getting from animal, like skin or wool, woolen, or any hair of the animals to make different products. Like the examples are woolens, silk, dairy farmings or dairy products, poultry farmings, poultry products, skins, leather, etc. are related with the animals, so they will be called as animal-based industries. The last one is forest-based industries. So from the forest, the raw material that is available and the product is made is termed as forest-based industries, like paper. Paper is made from tree, so it is forest-based industries. Cardboard that is. Then again, tanning of leather. The leather is being painted, made brown or made it black. That is from the paint that is polished, that is from the tree sap of a particular tree, myrobalan tree, as you know, it is given in the second chapter. Then we have lac or timber industries. Timber industries in the sense the furnitures are being made. So that is coming under forest based industries because the raw materials are from the forest. So there are two categories of raw materials. First is consumption of raw materials and second one is the source of raw materials that is categorized. Now after all this classification, there are again further classified how these industries should be managed. Who would manage? There are three sectors. First one is private sector industries. Private sector industries means it is privately, that means it is individual industrialized open industries and they manufacture the products. For example, Tata Iron and Steel Industries is the largest private sector industry in the world. And Tata Iron and Steel Industry, that is private sector industry. Then we have public sector industries, means it is of government. It's like making shipbuildings, making railways, making transport services, telegraph, refines, irrigation facilities, projects, multipurpose projects, dams or the canals and defense establishments. All these things come under public sector industries. And there is third one is that joint sector industries. In the joint sector industries, the individual and the public, that means the individual and the government. It may be a state government with the agreement with the state government or with the agreement with the central government, the industry is set up. So according to the management of the industries, there are three private sector industries, then again there is public sector industries and then again joint sector industries. Other one, classification industries on the basis of size, that means industrial size. If it is large scale industries are there, that means huge amount of capital is required, huge raw material or large amount of raw material is available there and huge employment, all huge investment, raw material, they are termed as large scale industries. Heavy works are done in these industries. It is located in a very big area like 10 acres of land or 12 acres of land. This large area it will be having, that is large scale industries. Like automobile industry, iron and steel industries are termed as large scale industries. Then we have medium scale industries, that means employ neither too large nor too small of workers. So medium scale industries are like light industries which is there, that can be called as medium scale industries. And we have small scale industries. Small scale industries means a rice mill, flour mill or bakery. They are all small scale industry where mostly for daily consumption is the employments and goods are being produced. Then this were the introduction of industries, both mineral and agro-based industries. In the next video we shall discuss about, there are two industries we need to discuss from the agro-based industries, that is sugar industry and cotton textile. Rest silk is not there in the syllabus, that has been removed. So here we have to study cotton textile and sugar industries. All right, in the next video we shall discuss about this. Thank you so much for watching this video. Any doubt, any queries you would have, please do ask. Personally you can ask me or you can just call, ask a doubt. Thank you. I remain.